ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning I bid to all. First and foremost, allow me to thank all of you for attending this opening ceremony of the ad hoc expert group meeting organized by ECA Office for West Africa in partnership with the government of Liberia and the support of the ECOWAS and the African Union Commission on the theme Capacity on National Mechanism for Evaluating Progress in the Implementation of the 2030 and 2063 Agendas, Status, Challenge and Prospects in West Africa. As you know, on recommendation by the 21st meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee of Experts for West Africa, ECA undertook through a study to examine national capacities to meet monitoring and evaluation requirements of the 2030 and 2063 agendas in West Africa. This meeting is therefore timely. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, now to the formal part of this ceremony, we are indeed fortunate to be honored with the presence of important personalities who will make some speeches. During this ceremony that brings us together today, we will give the floor to two personalities. First, to the Acting Director of ECA Office for West Africa for his welcome speech. Then to the representative of the Minister of Finance and Development Planning of Liberia. After these speeches, we will have a break to make a group photo and allow media to have interviews. So it is therefore my very good pleasure to introduce as our first speaker the Acting Director of Office of West Africa of ECA, Mr. Bakari Dosso, to provide his speech.
Honorable Deputy Minister in charge of Budget and Development Planning of Liberia, the representative of UNDP in Liberia, dear experts from the ECOWAS member states, representative of sub-regional, continental and international institutions, representative of the private sector and non-governmental organizations, dear colleagues of the United Nations system, ladies and gentlemen, journalists and press actors, dear participants. It is with great pleasure that I rise on behalf of Mrs. Vera Songwe, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations and Executive Secretary of the Economic Commission for the United Nations for Africa, and on my own behalf to welcome you to Roberts Field in Liberia and express our sincere thanks for your presence at this meeting. I would like to commend the government and people of Liberia for agreeing to host this meeting of experts from West Africa to discuss a topic of great interest to our sub-region, namely the implementation in West Africa of the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development Goals and the 2063 Agenda of the African Union. Honorable Madam Minister, we owe this meeting to your personal commitments, which confirm the faith of the authorities of the Republic of Liberia for regional and international cooperations. I thank you. I also took this opportunity to thank your team, more specifically the Assistant Minister in charge of Development Planning, who with his staff spared no effort to materialize this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 years ago, the SDG and the 2063 Agenda of the African Union were adopted. The expectations raised by these two development agendas are immense. The Sustainable Development Goals represent an unprecedented opportunity to eliminate extreme poverty and put the world on the path to sustainable development. For the 2063 Continental Agenda, in addition to this global aspiration reflected in the SDG, it is a call for action to implement the roadmap for an integrated prosperous and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force on the international scene. In West Africa, a rough estimate shows that out of an estimated population of 377 million in 2018, just over 200 million, or 53.5% of people, live below the national poverty line. This clearly demonstrates the magnitude of the challenge we all face. Countries in the sub-region need to make major reform to their macroeconomic and financial framework, invest in human capital, tackle infrastructure deficits, improve the business climate to meet the above challenges, and positively and sustainably reverse the trend. The success lies in the ability of the national leadership to execute on time, to monitor and evaluate the implementation of the different agenda to which it has committed for the transformation of the respective countries and the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with the recommendation of the 21st meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee of Senior Officials and Experts of West Africa, held in Cotonou, Benin in June 2018, we are pleased to submit to your critical review a study entitled Capacities and National Institutional Arrangements for the Evaluation of the Implementation of 2030 and 2063 Agenda, State of Play, Challenges and Prospects in West Africa. The purpose of this exercise is to inform and direct policy measures for the reinforcement of the evaluation capacities of public policy in West Africa. According to the preliminary results of this study, the challenges of the monitoring and evaluation mechanism of the 2030 and 2063 agenda are related to both the weakness of a statistical system, the weakness of funding, and institutional organization for monitoring the development agenda. In terms of statistics, it appears that the quality of the data produced suffers from major shortcomings, particularly in terms of regularity and accessibility. On average, 52% of the main data collection operations do not meet the prescribed and production calendar. By the way of illustration, after 4 years of implementation of the SDGs, only 3 out of the 15 member states of the ECOWAS have an updated reference year of a key indicator, which is the poverty rate, namely the proportion of the population living below the national poverty line by sex and age. This situation of weak capacity in the production of statistical data is a real handicap for the assessment of the performance of the country in the implementation of the two agendas, but especially in the evaluation of the national public policies. This undermines the agility of government and their ability to provide timely corrective actions. The weakness of the financing of national statistical system, which is the most decisive, concerns both the insufficient budgetary allocation and the high dependency of countries to partner in financing their statistical output. By way of illustration, the average disbursement rate of the budget allocated to National Statistical Office over the last 3 years is less than 50% in the ECOWAS countries. The appropriateness of the coordination mechanism and the institutional organization mechanism to ensure the national reporting of the two agenda is decisive also in the effectiveness and the quality of the monitoring and evaluation system. Objectively, the entity of the organizational structure in charge of this mission should be able to have the technical capacity, the ability to mobilize, and to federate the different actors and sectors around the National Development Reference System. These are, dear participants, the preliminary finding of the study. Dear experts, ladies and gentlemen, during the next 2 days, you are expected to have an in-depth review of the study so that in the end, we can have an enriching contribution and comments. In addition, these 2 days of reflection will be used to share experience of good practices and from both our sub-region and in the continent in terms of evaluation capacity of the 2 agendas. Countries in the sub-region engaged in the process of national voluntary review of the 2030 agenda, the VNR will be able to outline the challenges they face and share best practices to enable the countries engaged in the process of this of the VNR this year and the following year to draw appropriate lessons. In conclusion, I hope that our exchange and the resulting recommendations will enhance the quality of the report so that it can serve as an advocacy tool for national and international development partners and to build monitoring and evaluation capacity of the 2030 and 2063 agenda in West Africa. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Mr. Bakary Dosso.